Yeah, exactly.
Talk to me a little bit about going up to Toronto and bonding as a cast together. It seems like it really translates on screen.
We all went to Vancouver together, and we had so much fun being with the cast. And like 2 weeks before, we all like worked together and hung out. And
we went to like Playland, and we just got to hang out. And like Andy's all about like family, and he just brings everybody together. You know, with him, you know, he's such a big, loving guy. You know that he has so much, you know, love to give, you know, to pass around. It's just he can't help but get infected by it, and you know, and want to like. Just, you know, I've never been on a set like that where everybody kind of hung out. Like, and I mean, not that I've done this that long or anything, but everyone always says, "Oh, it was like a family on set. It was when I made lifelong friends," and I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it because I've been on other sets and it just doesn't happen. And
it's true.
This one truly was. And everybody wait till you work with Andy Fickman. You'll see what I'm talking about.
And so that chemistry, it seems like it really translated to the screen. It seems like you guys had a lot of fun. Talk to me about that.
We did. I'm sad. I'm gonna miss like hanging out with everybody and just like being together. And
we're still having fun though.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're having so much fun.
Now, Amanda, talk to me a little bit about the challenge of taking this role. Were you like, yes, I can do this, no problem, or were you like, ooh?
No, I had no idea if I could do it or not. And even during it, I was like, what am I doing? But it was, you know, luckily it was a learning experience, and it was fun and funny. So.
Talk to me about, Andy was telling me how much time you spent really trying to figure out how to play a guy and what you did. You went to the mall and things like that. Talk to me about that.
Andy and I went to a mall, and we just sort of watched guys and girls and how they were together, and it was one of those things that you sort of always like see, but you don't really think about. And so I sort of took notes and kind of watched how guys and girls are together, and how guys kind of have sort of, you know, like they have to be the man or whatever, and so I kind of just tried to be like that when I was Sebastian.
Now, between takes or when you were at lunch and things, did you kind of keep it up as a guy when you're dressed up?
I was so tired, I think, of doing the voice that, you know, like I wouldn't do it at that point, but it was really fun. And even when I was off, like dressing, even when I was a guy, I mean, even though it was uncomfortable, I still had fun. And I wish I was a girl the whole time, because then it was me, but that's what makes this movie different, I think.
And what kind of knowledge did you learn? Any like key thing about guys and how they act? Something funny to share?
No, I mean, every guy is like different, but like, I mean, the group of guys that I hung out with, like I loved them all, and it was like fun, and I had a great time. But guy-wise, I think that, you know, like they're not much different than girls, and we all just like to have fun, and I don't know.
Now, Tony, talk to me a little bit about the whole soccer aspect and training for that.
We had about 3 weeks or so, maybe like 2.5 weeks, and Soccer Dan, Soccer Bob, like were really patient with us, and you know, we started to get frustrated. I started to get like really frustrated when we had trained so hard, and then we kind of filmed for like 3 weeks or something, and then we started to shoot the soccer, and you know, we lost our wind a little bit, you know, from those 3 weeks, and you know, kind of not forgot the skill, but you know, it kind of got a little rusty. And they just had, you know, didn't let us panic, or didn't let me panic, because it was more me than it was anybody else. And didn't let me like panic or freak out, and they just really kept, you know, just reassuring me that everything's going to be fine, and everything's going to be fine. And then finally it came back, and it was good.
And Andy was saying that when you see a bicycle kick and you see you Channing do it, you really did it.
Yeah, I really did it. They actually let me do it, and because I wanted to do it. I love doing flips and all kind of crazy stuff like that, and you know, they were a little nervous about that I'd get hurt or something, and you know, so it was fun. It was fun to get to learn stuff like that.
Cool. Talk to me about a scene I really enjoyed when there's the tarantula on the floor, and then there's this whole kind of confusion on the bed. Can you kind of explain?
I'm a big girl, and I'm terrified of spiders, and it's just, I don't know, like that scene was so much fun to shoot, because we really didn't have a plan of what we were gonna do. We just kind of like did it.
I know.
And started,
I don't even remember it, like it happened so fast, that whole scene, you know, and I think it was because it was real, and like we all just sort of like when we like hold each other, and then like we scream, like that I think was a good scene, just because we really mesh well, and like it was like perfect timing too. Like
totally was. It just kind of, and all that stuff just kind of happened, you know, and you know, grabbing each other, and then Andy would see that, and then we would just amp it up a little bit more, and like we would get the points that we'd have to hit, you know, and stuff, and it was just, I don't know, that was one of the funner scenes. After the first scene, they all cut, and we could hear just laughter from like the other room.
And that's
just,
the best feeling.
oh,
Like,
yeah,
we did good.
It excited us. So.
Now talk to me about seeing Amanda as a guy. Was that hilarious for you?
It was, I still felt bad for this. The first day that we were doing like the screen test for the studio, like I walked in and I was like,
He was like, he was like, ah! It's so true.
and then I was like,
I know,
oh.
but I, in a way, I was like, all right, I know.
Get it out of the way.
I was like, get it out, because it is funny, and like I even thought it would look funny. So I mean, it was like, I know.
It was weird because I haven't seen you. I don't think before I got there. I hadn't seen her as a girl. I'd met her one other time, other than the audition. But and when we got there, it was the first time I saw her, and I don't know, it was just funny, and I had to laugh.
Oh, so horrible.
Sorry.
Talk to me about the challenges of getting ready to shoot a scene, with the makeup and the hair. Was that?
It takes a long time, and it was. We had an excellent makeup artist, Peter Rob King, who like laid all the things on me and everything. And he really did a good job at just sort of making me feel like, you know, like a guy, and just it was like a piece of art. You know, it was really great.
Now talk to me about you know, what you hope people will walk out of the theater thinking. I know you guys had the premiere and everyone was laughing at all the right moments, and
it was a great film.
Man.
We both later afterwards we were like because I was looking for him and he was looking for me, because it would have been nice to like sit and enjoy it together, you know.
I
Because
really wanted to. We just didn't get to do it. I was upset that I would just want to sit next to each other so we could be like.
Because it's like, you know, it's all us together, and like, you know, and it was such a great experience. But getting to hear everybody like laugh and everything, it was so cool, because, you know, like that's all the stuff we did, and like that was, you know, we came up with it, and it was cool.
And it seems like this movie has an appeal that just isn't like for teens. It's something that, you know, families can go together, older people will enjoy the jokes. Talk to me about that, the appeal.
I think that it's not like a teen movie humor. Like it's not about like I don't even want to like say other teen movies that humor. There's like random stuff and like clever stuff that, you know, that it's not just funny for kids. It's, you know, it's like an adult, you know, will think that, wow, that's funny. Like that was not what I thought was about to happen, and or about someone was about to say, or it's like someone comes moonwalking into, and it's just funny. Like you're like, what was that? You know, it's not just for kids. You know, to me at least.
What do you think?
Unlike Tricks. All right. That's funny for me. I agree. There's so many random moments in the movie, and it's sort of like we laugh, but you know, I just didn't think anybody else would laugh. And the fact that other people find it funny, I was like, awesome, that's sweet. But you know, we just try to make ourselves laugh.
Good.
All the time.
Good job, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so
Bye.
much.
Have a good lunch.
What? Or tricks?
Tricks
What?
are for kids. You said it's not just for kids.